Hello internet, my name is Lave and I watched a cheeky little preview screening of Bombshell, which is directed by Roach, who's probably most well known for directing comedies. He has tried his hand at more serious films like the recent Trumbo, but his most successful films are probably the Austin Powers movies. So yeah, not the most obvious choice when you consider the subject matter of this movie, which is about three women at different stages of their careers working at Fox News in America who came forward and took on the head of the company, Roger Ailes, accusing him of sexual harassment, leading to his downfall and the start of the Me Too movement. So the two women at the centre of this story, Megyn Kelly and Gretchen Carlson, I wouldn't say are household names. Like, we don't really watch Fox News over here in the UK, and I think it's fair to say that when this story broke, it was overshadowed by the Harvey Weinstein scandal and also the Trump election, which does get covered in this film. I actually remember the Megyn Kelly incident where she stood up to him at that live debate, which this film does a pretty faithful job at recreating, and Charlize Theron's performance is pretty uncanny. She's already got a passing resemblance for the real Megyn Kelly, but her mannerisms and her speech patterns are pretty spot on. I'm not surprised to see her get another Oscar nomination, which was announced today. I don't think they've done any CG or prosthetic work on her, like around the eyes, but there were a few occasions where I was looking at her, I was like, is that Charlize Theron? Like, she does look a bit different. I can't say the same about Nicole Kidman though. Unfortunately, they've slapped this huge false fake chin on her, which was a bit distracting, but her performance is still really good. I was surprised that this wasn't actually a joint effort between the two ladies. Gretchen is the first to jump off the cliff, as they say in the film, and Megyn is actually the one kind of standing back and just reading the terrain, seeing what other people do first. Apart from the elevator scene from the trailer, I don't think the two share any screen time together, but in between their story is Margot Robbie's character Kayla, who's just starting her career at Fox with a lot of ambition for her future. Now, after I'd seen the film, I learnt that Kayla is actually a fictional character comprised of all of Roger Ailes' victims, which they may have done for multiple reasons, for legal reasons and to protect the identities of the actual victims. And there is a disclaimer at the beginning of the film to say that they have taken creative license here and there. Even though, like, looking back retrospectively, I can see that that is a fictional character, I was still riveted by her character and her performance. Margot Robbie is really good in this film. It's through her eyes and her relationship with her friend, played by Kate McKinnon, who is also great by the way, that we experience the predatory nature of Ailes, played by John Lithgow, in a disgusting, unsettling and disturbing but good performance. Yeah, you're probably not going to look at John Lithgow in the same way, even though he's under all of that prosthetic makeup. It is a really squeamish and disgusting performance. But it is really interesting to see how his power and his influence and his bigoted and sexist views filtered down throughout the company. I mean, there were even women who supported him, who kind of admitted it all, saying, yeah, he wants us, but then he's a man. He can also open doors for us. At times, the film is uncomfortable to watch, but it's also quite witty with ironic humour, like when Roger confers with his lawyers saying these women are trying to F me without an ounce of irony. But overall, the film is quite a breezy watch, which is quite remarkable considering its subject matter. It starts off with a fourth wall breaking tour of the Fox building delivered by Megyn, which does get dropped quite quickly when it gets into the nitty gritty and starts dropping its bombshells. I wasn't surprised to learn that one of the writers of this also wrote The Big Short. It's got a very similar tone to it. It's not quite at that level, but it's still a really engaging watch. So that's my thoughts on Bombshell, and pause the video if you want to take a close look at my enjoyment tracker now. Literally on the day that I went to see this, Harvey Weinstein was going into court to face up to his charges, so I don't think this is going to be the last film about the Me Too movement, but still, overall, it's a good film. But let me know what you thought if you've seen it down in the comments, and as always, thanks very much for checking out this review. I really do appreciate it. If you can, give it a like, and don't forget to share the Lave. Man, it's really windy and rainy over here in the UK. I hope you can't hear all of that. Subscribe